Night.
Opening face-off. Andrew Mcmeekin for Princeton, Chris Arceri for Penn. Mcmeekin, a freshman, took over when Tyler Sandoval got hurt. Arceri wins this. Fires ahead, and the save made by Michael Gianfrancaro, who statistically is 4th in Division I in save percentage. He made his first start of the season against Penn, was terrific, 17 out of 9th goal of the season for Mullane. Face-off violation against Princeton. That's number 1. If you get 3.5, the opposing team gets a 30-second man up for.
Because the pressure was high. The defense flashed out to Cam Rubin high, kind of playing his upper body, but you see the quick release to go low.
Princeton off the face-off, too high on the shot. When these teams played earlier this season, Penn won 9-8 in overtime, and Princeton's offense.
Oh, Mcmeekin was one of the top-rated squash players in the country in high school.
There's Mcmeekin, won the face-off clean. His pass for Slusher results in a TO.
And one of his squash teammates, Christian Ronda, fed him the ball. Both played at the Brunswick School in Greenwich.
Arceri won the face-off. We get a whistle. And they'll say face-off violation. Boyle was still playing for Princeton, and Bill Tierney was the head coach.
Madelon, I think, has done a phenomenal job. Quint, you mentioned earlier, too, in the first game, they've had to deal with a little bit different of a scenario in terms of keeping.
Had the 1 assist on the extra man. He's been quiet, hasn't touched the ball a whole lot.
Not enough handling.
And Hanley down the stretch the last 2 games of the season. He went full Hercules. 4 goals, 2 assists against Dartmouth.
You watch the
6 of there. There's nothing conclusive.
I think the refs.
And there's no replay. I want to make clear, there's no replay.
Yeah, I think the refs saw such an aggressive shot that rang the pipe, and the net moved so much that they went with that.
You can only review that play, really, once you get to champ.
They're trying to give themselves the best chance to get a great angle.
Farrar scoops it off the wings of the face-off. Carroll lost it. And Princeton comes away with it. Standing near the end line. Now Slusher. Final 80 seconds, half number 1. Ronda and Stevens as well. To the face-off X we go. The freshman Mcmeekin for Princeton. He took over as their top face-off man when Tyler Sandoval tore his ACL in the Syracuse game, and he wins it from Chris Arceri. And the Tigers go to work on offense to begin quarter number 3. A trip to the Ivy League Championship.
First round. Some with a little bit more flexibility to play 2 positions. A guy like Owen Grant with some lockdown close defenders.
Quarter number 1 tonight, Yale and Cornell, 37 combined goals. We went from subway turnstile defense to what we saw pregame with Clark trying to find a parking spot.
And that's the fun of this, right?
There was only 40 spots, but I weaseled my way into one of them.
Tell the folks the verb you use.
Ronda can beat you right, can beat you left. Equally effective in terms of the gas he brings with left and right.
20 goals on the season now, and he was one of the guys Mike Murphy praised. He said, that's a guy that can beat you. He can go both ways. They felt good about the matchup on Mcmeekin. It was Vardar.
Him at different angles, whether it's
he
wing
was an attackman in high school. He didn't turn into a midi until he got to college. Like, he's comfortable behind there.
Those who don't innovate and change things up and progress will eventually be caught by those who do.
Adapt, migrate, or perish. Sam Handley ties it
behind. Versatility in their offense, creating opportunities.
Arceri and Mcmeekin get tied up. And it'll go to Princeton. 2 goals in a minute. And
been incredible this whole evening. You got to move a goalie like that. He was going to make that save if he just shot high there.
Weston Carpenter picked up the assist. We've got our 5th tie of the game. We've had 2 lead changes. Less than 9 minutes to play in regulation.
Win today, they need a win Sunday to get in. Penn's a bubble team as well, and they can ill afford a loss. Mcmeekin, the face-off man, fires. Princeton's got the backup, and they'll go to work on offense.
In the backdrop, the sophomore out of New Hampshire had one of the most gorgeous goals I've seen all season last week against Cornell.
Upper 90. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Right-handed down the alley.
Yes.
Just a laser.
And that's not on the Penn scouting report. Penn does not attack from behind the cage a whole lot.
And rarely do you see Hanley staying on the field as an attackman. He's an attackman right now. He will not be coming through the box.
Princeton ball. Face-off slow-mo, Steven.
Shot clock era, you can't milk a lead.
Against Cornell, 4 goals, 2 helpers against Harvard. Arceri wins the face-off. He's got to play it back. And Penn's got to get it across midfield before the shot clock hits 60. They do. It's Lavelle bringing it in. The long pole at the bottom.
And if you're Princeton, you're taking a defensive posture here. With
Princeton will play back. Princeton will double pole. Now they got 1 pole on the face-off. It's Roberts. Mcmeekin tries to tie up Arceri, wins it to himself. Princeton just has to run out the clock. Up ahead, Pedersen slips, flag down, it's on Penn. 1.1 second to go, and Princeton keeps its season alive. They'll have a date with Yale Sunday, and a chance to get to the NCAA tournament still there for the Charging Tiger.
Bench is feeling it.